I'm glad to bring you the Friday edition of Sports today, and I'd just like you to participate in everything we're going to do here. The reason why I want you to get on my Facebook wall and tell me what you make of Yaya Toure and his demeanor after winning the African Footballer of the Year award for a third time. He joins Abedi Pele and Samuel Attoh, who have also won it 3 times previously. So let's see how Yaya Toure is able to perform after this honor. Can he make it a 4th? Well, another season is coming. We don't know what's going to happen. But welcome to the show one more time. There's a lot happening. The man, Ayite Powers, is in town, and he's been talking real tough. Well, Ghana's most exciting boxer, Bukum Bankun, or Brian Makamoko as he's known, is getting a stiff challenge, and it's mostly been a verbal challenge from, his contender, Ayite Powers, for a bout. And now the boxer is in town, and he wants to lay claim to that accolade that Bukum Banku has been enjoying here in Ghana for a very long time. We'll be getting into that. Now, the Chan tournament is on. Ghana will be readying to start it off against Congo, Brazzaville, on Monday. But what are your expectations as we get into the Chan tournament? Remember, Ghana is yet to win a Chan trophy, and this, many will say, would be a good time to win Ghana's very, very first trophy at the Chan tournament, considering Ghana's pedigree. There's a lot of English Premiership action, and of course, Lionel Messi, the man, he returned to action during the week with a brace. Okay, so the man comes back from injury and comes with a big bang. That is amazing, Lionel Messi, for you in the Barcelona setup. We also talk some sad news as the man, Mubarak Wakaso of the Black Stars, he lost his son in Tamale. Sad news coming in there. You can start sending your messages of support and condolence to Mubarak Wakaso, who has lost his son. And of course, on the lighter side, our man, Tony Bebley, who hosts Sports Review on Saturdays, has been blessed with a new member of his family. I'll be telling you about that later on. But hey, let's get talking. Remember, it's 1760 for text. And of course, you can get on my Facebook wall. It's Nathaniel Attoh, Citizen Attoh, as we discuss all the big sporting stories coming up here in the show. The newspapers are ready to come to you. And also, we'll be bringing you the moment of the day. One very, very, very interesting clip we'll be bringing you later on in the show. So there's every reason to stay right here with me as we look at the major stories and more here on the show. Okay, before we get straight to the stories, let's do a round of commercials and then the newspapers. So there we are, and we would want to get into the details of the newspapers. And Chan set to thrill at Seppo. Masilela of Bafana Bafana is there. Of course, Kwejua Samoa is one of the very active players at club level who plays for the Black Stars. And there's a story that says we need active players. Brazil 2014. Okay, let's see who makes it and who doesn't make it. Okay, ex-Ghana international Opokwe Friye says, we need active players. Take a look at the back page, and goalkeeper Adam Lassen Kwarase, another very, very active pair of hands for Stromgod set in Norway, where he's captain, is also there on the page. So George Anastasari wrote that story. So let's now get into the inner pages. Before I bring you the center spread, which brings action from Europe, let's just take a look at the ladies' man, Ran Locht. And he is an Olympic swimmer, and he is just cool with the ladies. Take a look at all of those shots, and he's got feminine company. Ran Locht featured here on the lifestyle page. And of course, he loves his automobiles as well. Would do with a Range Rover and an Audi sports car. Let's also take a look at the center spread. The man Lionel Messi made a return from injury with a strong presence, returning to goal scoring. 2 goals it was for the man Lionel Messi. Will he ever stop scoring? That's the big question you want to ask yourself. Of course, little moments of that drubbing that Manchester City inflicted on West Ham United. That's 6-0 drubbing. It's there. And of course, West Ham United are almost out of contention in the finals for the English League Cup. And Accra Hearts of Oak have been ordered to pay coach David Duncan 86,500 Ghana cedis. And this was because of unlawful termination of his contract. So Coach David Duncan will be smiling to the bank for 86,500 Ghana cedis. And Accra Hearts of Oak will be at the receiving end of the bad news. And this was after the status committee of the Ghana Football Association ruled that truly the termination of his contract was not in the best interest, and it was not in accordance with the rules and regulations. So there we are. Now, in athletics, Simpson and Powell could face bans. Okay, so there's a lot going on, especially with the national competition in Jamaica, where some athletes have tested positive. And goalkeeper Richard Kingston is also in the news there. Grab a copy of the paper and let's see. Okay, so there's an unexpected massive purge at Old Trafford. Patrice Evra could be on his way out. Of course, Nemanja Vidic also could be on his way out. And all of these form part of Coach David Moyes' plans to, get a team that will return to winning ways, because it's not going too well for Manchester United. Now, Kotoko's official mouthpiece, the Kotoko Express, has Kotoko to play Enyimba, Hearts and Co. Okay, the story is on page 5. Okay, there we are. So Asante Kotoko there. And Coach Maxwell Kunedu, who is a former coach of Asante Kotoko, also there. Now, this is training time, and training resumes. And, of course, Sulama Abdullahi parks his Infinity SUV, getting ready for training. So there we are, players of Kotoko reconvening for the resumption of the Ghana Premier League. Let's get into the 90 Minutes newspaper. I won't join City, and this is according to Kweju Asamoah, who's doing very well at Juventus. And he is the lead character on the front page of the 90 Minutes newspaper. You don't want to have a look at Kevin Prince Boateng, who does a lot for relaxation, and this is it. Kevin Prince Boateng getting a soothing massage at waterfront. I don't really see whether it's a pool or I think it's in a speedboat. Okay, let's take a look at the center spread. And there we are. In the center spread, there are many stories there. You can. There's a priest who gets mistaken for Fellaini. There we are. The priest who gets mistaken for Fellaini. Well, he could just end up, and of course, Emmanuel Frimpong is on social media mocking Manchester United. Okay. You know how social media wars get very, very, dirty and nasty with back and forth. I just hope that this one doesn't develop into that. Let's also get to Accra Hearts of Oak, who are also back in training. Just like their rivals, Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and of course, goalkeeper Philemon McCarthy will lead the pack. Of course, as he captains the side. There we are. These are the scenes from the camp, and of course, Coach Mohamed Polo is there. Let's see how all of that goes. The CEO in the company of Alhaji Akambi, and of course, Aziz Haruna Futa. So those are the newspapers for you. You just saw the Graphic Sports, the Hearts newspaper, Kotoko Express, and of course the 90 Minutes newspaper. Now, last night, it was the man, Yaya Toure, who had the last laugh as he was named African Footballer of the Year a third time. This happened in Lagos, Nigeria. Let's go for the highlights.
And acrobatic displays entertaining those in attendance. Continental musical superstars like Nigerian D'banj and South African Lira performed for the global audience. After a welcome message from CAF President Issa Hayatou, a moving tribute was paid to former South African statesman Nelson Mandela. On to the awards themselves, and first up was the National Team of the Year award, and that went to CAF Africa Cup of Nations champions, Nigeria. The Nigeria Under-17 team took the award for the Best Youth International Team of the Year after winning the 2013 Under-17 World Cup crown. In the Club of the Year category, Orlando Pirates were up against Egyptian giants Al Ahly, who recently beat them in the African Champions League final, and Tunisian club CS Sfaxien, the Confederation Cup champions. In the end, Al Ahly took the award. The winner of the Coach of the Year award was Nigeria coach Stephen Keshi, after guiding his nation to the Africa Cup of Nations crown. The final award was the one everyone had been waiting for. In the running with Chelsea's John Obi Mikel, who'd never won the Continental Award before. He was pitted against former winners of the prestigious award, former teammate Didier Drogba, and current holder of the award, another Ivorian, Yaya Toure.
The winner is Yaya Toure.
Toure won his third CAF Footballer of the Year award in a row, a superb achievement for the Ivorian.
Okay, so there we are. Yaya Toure winning it a third time. He joins Abedi Pele and Samuel Attoh. Let's now focus on the CHAN tournament, as players over there will also be hoping to emulate the example of Yaya Toure sometime to come. And they will be getting into action when the competition kicks off from tomorrow in South Africa. Well, Ghana will be playing on Monday, and FA President Kwesi Nyantakyi has been talking about Ghana's chances, basically, in an attempt to win the very first title at the CHAN tournament.
A good performance this time around. We are candidates to the championship, winning the championship, and I'm very hopeful that we'll win. We've had a good team, best players from our domestic league who have been in camp for some time now. Maxwell Kunedu has done a good job transforming the team through the WAFU competition up to this time, and we are very hopeful. We are praying for the team to excel at this competition. Talking to Maxwell, the coach, and he's assured me that things are shaping up, so we pray that things really shape up.
Okay, so there we are. South Africa play Mozambique, Mali face Nigeria, Zimbabwe play Morocco, and Uganda clash with Burkina Faso. And teams that I'm looking forward to seeing in action are South Africa, Nigeria, Burkina Faso, and Morocco. And it surely is going to be one very, very interesting tournament, if you ask me, as we get ready to see who is the best on the continent, the best African-based team on the continent. Remember, the CHAN tournament is reserved for players who play only on the African continent. Let's move on and do some more. And the communications director of the Ghana Football Association has been speaking to Joy Sports. Remember that there's been a whole range of issues concerning football as we start off the year. Remember, there's Brazil 2014. There's also the upcoming CHAN tournament, where Ghana has the mission of winning a very first title. At the first edition, which was held in Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana finished in second place. And the concern or the focus now will be to win a major title. Is that possible, considering that the likes of Nigeria, Ethiopia, Burkina Faso, and South Africa, the hosts, are all in there? You send your thoughts and place them on my Facebook wall, Nathaniel Attoh, Citizen Attoh. But right now, let's take a listen to Ibrahim Sanidara, who speaks for the Ghana FA.
Concerning the budgets, it's still not been completed. Consistently, we meet with the minister to update him on what is going on. Our meeting with the minister was not on the budgets. It was just about preparation. We've not finished with the budgets. When we are finished, we'll submit it.
Why is it taking quite a long time to get it sorted out?
Well, getting opponents for the World Cup training camp, it takes a little bit of a time to see the opponents you want, where they will be based, where the match will be played, and all. Does not take a day or two. There are many other considerations you also have to take into account, and all of these things have not been completed. It's the reason why the budgets are not yet ready.
You haven't put out any figures, any adjustments?
Absolutely not. We've not put out any figures. I have not seen it. And the thing is that even if we do the budgets, we'll not be telling the public. We will be telling the minister, who will subsequently inform the government. The thing is that if your father, for instance, sends you on an errand, you don't go to inform the public before you go and tell your father what the outcome is. So it's what we are doing. When we are finished, we will let the public know. What we are planning to do is that when we are completed with all of our preparation plans, we'll call a press conference and announce all of these plans to the public.
Monitoring the other nations that have qualified for the World Cup, some of them have gone ahead to announce World Cup planning schedules way ahead of our time. They've announced friendlies and all that. What exactly is a stumbling block in, getting our opponents to agree to players?
No, not all World Cup teams have announced their friendly. Some, not quite a number. It won't even be up to 40% of the teams in the World Cup. That means there's a lot of horse trading and negotiations that go on. And also you have to consider things about scouting, monitoring, and all of those things. The World Cup operation is not just about naming your friendly matches. It's about monitoring your players, how they are doing, which players you want to go, where you want to sleep, where you want to camp, where you want to make your team-based camp, what sort of the quality of opposition you want, and their availability. You might want to play Team A, but the team might not be available. What are the options? You might be interested in playing in one team. The team says, I don't want to play you. And there's also a financial aspect to it. So some of these things must be negotiated. You have something cast iron on paper. I remember that Cameroon announced that they are playing Argentina. True.
Yes, I do remember.
2 days later, Argentina says, we are not playing them. We don't want to be embarrassed on a large scale like this. Is this something you want for Ghana? We want to do things in the right way.
You mentioned scouting. Have you agreed on the scouts we're going to be using in Brazil?
We've not finalized on it. When we finalize it, including all the plans, it will be announced in this room at a press conference where all the media will get to know all the information for the competition.
What about training camp?
We've not finalized everything. Once we finalize, we'll let you know.
Okay, so that was the spokesperson of the Ghana FA, Ibrahim Sani Dara, speaking on a range of issues there with Joy Sports' Kwame Jumo Ajiman. Let's now get into the business of what will be happening in Brazil in 2014. Remember that aside the fact that there will be a lot of football, there will be a lot of entertainment as well. And you'd also want to think that the footballers who will be doing the core job will also need some amount of, entertainment and, breeze around them in the midst of all of that thick football action. Well, Rockus Entertainment has been contracted by the Ghana FA to provide entertainment for the Black Stars team in camp. Let's take a listen to the story.
Support our Black Stars here in Ghana, the rest of the national teams, but we wanted to first start off with the Black Stars.
What is in it for you? You can't be doing this just for the fact that you want to support the team.
Well, look at it this way, it's about association, right? And for us, if it opens avenues for other future business, then we welcome it. But right now, it's purely to support the Black Stars.
What exactly is the package looking like? Are you going to be following the teams wherever they go to offer this kind of support that you intend to, give up to the team?
It's in preparation to the World Cup in Brazil, and what we are going to be doing is following them to wherever they're going to be camping, and possibly also when they camp in Brazil, wherever they are, we're going to be there.
So what kind of entertainment are you going to offer? Are you going to be getting musicians to go there to sing for them? Are you going to be getting comedians? Are you going to be there yourself to do any particular thing?
Yeah, entertainment is really vast. Our specific focus is on music and comedy. That's one of the major things that we're going to be doing there. However, also there are in-house games that we can come up with, different activities just to be able to ease the attention, help them psychologically in any way possible.
Are we looking at any superstars from your camp?
Definitely. Look forward to that. Oh, it's going to be a surprise. Something that you'll definitely hear about. But, of course, know that there are people right now, that are in the industry that are considered very hot, at the moment. If they're still out during the time of the campaign, sure, there will be people that are considered. If you see the track record of Raku's production, we work with all the big industry players, and we tend to look for the best, and especially people that the players and the officials themselves will appreciate.
There we are. Raku's Productions will offer entertainment for the Black Stars team in camp. Okay, so Andre Dede Ayew is delighted with his return from injury. Remember, Andre Dede Ayew is having some, physiotherapy sessions, and he had his 11th session on Tuesday, and he's very positive of returning from injury in earnest for first team football at Olympique Marseille. And of course, we go to another teammate in the Black Stars, Daniel Opare, who is now on the radar of Udinese as he continues there at Standard Liège in Belgium. Remember that Daniel Opare has also been a key part of the Black Stars and their campaign in qualifying for the World Cup. And remember that Udinese has been a ground for, developing a lot of Ghanaian names and faces, from Mohamed Gago through to Asamoah Gyan, through to, Rabiu Mohamed and all of them, and Emmanuel Ajimambedu, Kweju Asamoah, and all many Ghanaian players passing through Udinese. Is that going to work out for Daniel Opare? Well, a big question indeed. And of course, Richard Kingston has terminated his contract in Doha. He is headed for the Turkish League for second-tier side Balıkesirspor, and he will be hoping to make a place in Coach Kwesi Appiah's squad as we get ready for Brazil 2014. And we go to the camp of Michael Essien, who have denied linking the reports that are linking UAE Giants Al Ain with a suit for the Ghanaian midfielder, and they are supposed, they are not accurate, according to the camp of Michael Essien. So, Michael Essien, is he going to stay on at Chelsea? I wouldn't advise him to do so. I don't know what you think, but you just get... Okay, so let's just get into news on Jerry Akaminko as well, and he is on the radar of many top European clubs, including English giants Liverpool and Chelsea. And Jerry Akaminko, remember, plays his football for Egehisspor in Turkey, and he could just be making his way out of Turkey ahead of the FIFA World Cup in Brazil. Remember that the defense of the Black Stars is one key part of discussions and concerns as we get ready for this big Mundial itself in Brazil. Now, John Mensah is one person who has many doubts. There are many doubts whether he can make it into the squad for the World Cup in Brazil, considering that he has been nurturing, an injury for a very long time, and he's recently recovered and is looking for regular club action to keep playing his football, for a place in Kwesi Appiah's team. And former Accra Hearts of Oak defender Seth Owusu has signed on for Golden Arrows, and this is a South African team, another Ghanaian player making it into the South African Premier League and playing for Golden Arrows. So what is it about the South African Premier League? We're yet to see a Ghanaian star blossom, or a Ghanaian player blossom or make the headlines in the South African Premier League. And I'm sure that many of you will also be wondering why Ghanaian players are making their way to South Africa. Well, is it just because of the money? Well, not too sure about that. Okay, let's get into some more stories here on Sports Today. And we'll bring you the story of Bismarck, a Jay Boateng who plays together with goalkeeper Adam Lassen Kwarase at Stromgod. Said he's been speaking to Joy Sports about his ambitions.
To win the league and to be the first person to come from Right to Dream to win the league is something else, because from my dream I was trying to be someone unique or someone different from other players, because I went there last season and we came second. So for this season, winning the league was fantastic to be a part of the team, and I've been great part. I've been my main player for the team, and I've been scoring goals. So it's been great being there to win the league as well. For me, I've been there for about 3 years ago, because I've been there on and off for 3 years. So I know a lot about Bond City and what they do. So signing for them when I was 18 and moving to Norway was good for me, because I knew I had much experience before, and I've been to different clubs before I was 18 before signing. So I knew much before I went to Norway, and when I was City I learned a lot, because I saw great players there and I spoke to them, and they gave me great advice. So it was very, very nice to be at City at that time before I went to Norway. Yeah, I would say this year I settled in very well, because I played most of the game. I played over 30 games this season, including Europa qualifiers, but unfortunately we didn't qualify. So being there this season has been very, very, I would say it's been the greatest year of my life, because I've been playing games and scoring. So all I need is much playing time. Any footballer would say he needs more playing time, and that's the best thing a player can have.
I am told that your teammate and club captain Adam Krasi has been recommending you to Black Stars boss Kwesi Appiah, obviously for what you've been doing in Norway. You being mentioned in such measure should give you a lot of confidence going into the future.
Yeah, it is, because back I and Adam, we're very close and we talk a lot. So he told me much stuff when he comes back from the national team, and he talks to Kwesi Appiah about me. And for me, I think it's a great step, because I'm also doing well. And if you talk about me to others, people will get to know me and they will see what I'm doing. So others can also see what the great things I'm doing out there. So,
do you think you're good enough to play for Ghana?
Yeah, I think I'm good enough, because at the moment I'm a midfielder and I'm scoring from midfield, and I don't know any Ghana midfielder who is doing that at the moment. So I think I'm on top form, and I can go any more or extra more I need to go.
Now, this is what I would say. We should play the World Cup every year, because there's something magical about playing the World Cup, with everybody popping up and, wanting to be seen so that, they can get a place in the World Cup. That is very, very interesting. So you see many, many players, making a bid, wanting to be seen so they could feature in the World Cup for Ghana. Okay, let's also go to Dominic Odro, who plays for AGF, and he has been speaking to Joy Sports.
They go around Ghana, searching for players who have got a talent. Well, there's a lot of players who have got a talent, But I think, combining the talent with the hard work, I think you get a chance to play for the Right to Dream. But I know that's just a step, and you have to also go somewhere, just get all the experiences. So I think going to the Right to Dream, if you get the hard work going, and also performing well, you get the chance to also go to your next step and just do what you're doing. I was playing a local team called Manal FC.
Where is this?
Achimota. So that's where I got a chance to get scouted and go to the Right to Dream. Well, I would like to play in those countries, but it's a step. I cannot just move from maybe Denmark and say I'm going to play in Barcelona. Well, it could happen, but for me, I have set myself a target that, Belgium league is much higher than a Danish league. So if I get a chance to play in Belgium now as a young player, I think that would be the best part. And if I get also the chance to play in the top clubs, I think it's great.
You just mentioned steps, so you'd want to develop bets by bets. What would you make of your own development? Do you think that you're developing at the rates that you want?
Well, I think I'm developing at the rate that I want, because, well, as I was not playing, now I'm playing and I'm benching, even though I play at the right back, but I'm benching someone who play at the right wing. So, well, it really tells me something that I'm really developing well.
Every player, like all your friends, all have ambitions to play for their national team in the near future. How old are you at the moment?
I'm 18 years old.
So you can play for under 20, under 23, and you can play for the Black Stars. Have you had any of the national team managers having a look at you in any way or form?
Oh, no, I don't really know. No. But, like, for me, I would like to play in the under 20. I cannot say I'm going to the Black Stars straight away. No, I would like to play in the under 20. If I get a chance, that would be great.
Well, you any moment from now, we're going to be starting with the African Youth Qualifier, so you stand a very good chance if you continue playing well.
Well, I think, if I get a chance to play, it should be great. Yeah.
Is it something that you're personally looking forward to?
Yeah, it's something that I'm looking up to, because it's really good to serve your country. Everybody, every player would like to serve his country, and I think it will be good to serve my country.
All right, so there we are, and would be doing some more here on the show on Ghanaian players and where you have to find them. Another one is Godsway Dunyo, and he plays his football for Jugaran. Let's take a listen to him.
Right to Dream, which was last year that a scout came from Man City. Like, we were having a game, and he came down to watch that game. And in that game we drew 2-2, and I scored both 2 goals. And he was like, yeah, I think this guy have the potential to make it as a professional. So he invited me to Manchester City. So that's how I got to Manchester City. Yeah, on the pitch, like, you can do whatever you want. So I go like motivated by the pitch, and what I've been doing in Right to Dream, it's not like something different from what they are doing. It's like similar, and I think we Ghanaians, like, our attitude compared to the whites, we are on top. So like the attitude as well helped me, and what I've learned in Right to Dream, like how to be on time and what you can do when things are not going well. So when I got to Manchester, it wasn't like difficult for me because I have all those things in mind and what to do. And when I was leaving, I had like good talk with Mr. Tom and like some of the coaches at the academy. So they gave me the steps, like how they are and how we are. So what I can do to overcome all the challenges I'll face when I get there.
Do you think you are settled in Sweden now?
Yeah, I'm so settled, and I now have the confidence, and I have my games on my iPad. So that's what I always watch the games, like to reflect to what I've done last season, so that next season when I'm going back there, I already know what I'm gonna do. So I'm now adapt to the league in Sweden. Yeah.
What are your ambitions as you move forward now?
To score more goals. Because in Ghana we don't have much strikers. For the Black Stars, I only know Asamoah and Abdul Waris, and Waris is like my role model, like who I look up to. Yeah, because when he was at the academy, he was the one I look up to. So if Waris could make it up to the Black Stars, I can do the same thing. And he had like 2-3 seasons in Sweden, and he won the top goal scorer. So I can do exactly the same. Then that's like the same ambition I'm looking up to, like to do the same thing and get caught up to the Black Stars. Yeah.
You're still very young. Do you think you have what it takes to play for any of our national teams? You just mentioned the Black Stars.
Yeah, I think so. And when I look at myself, like the talent I have and what people have been telling me, I think, yeah, I have the ambition like to get into those teams. And I was with the under 17 in 2010, but I couldn't make it to like the qualifiers. So I think if I've played for the under 17 before and I'm now like improving, that means I can be called up to the under 20, then went to like go to the Black Stars. Yeah.
So all three players you saw, you saw were products of the Right to Dream Academy here in Ghana. Isn't it amazing to see a very big pool of talents coming out of that academy run by Tom Vernon, who is a former scout of Manchester United. Let's do some more. Let's come here on the local scene. And Joy Sports has been speaking to the CEO of Asante Kotoko, Opokunti. Let's take a listen to what he's got to say.
So good. I believe it wasn't easy working alone as a CEO, administrative manager. I think it has been a hectic year for me last year, but I thank God that things have worked together good for me and for Kotoko.
Are the board giving you the support that you want?
Well, the board is doing their own thing. The support, I can't say 100%. I've received the 100% support, but I think they have done their part.
Do you intend to stay on as a CEO?
For me, my intent, yes, but it depends on the board. They have to take the decision.
The team is on a break now, and how are you preparing for the second round?
Yesterday I talked with the coach, and he has laid down his plans. He wants to go for pre-season camp for 12 days, and so we are making the arrangement for it to come to pass.
Quite a number of your players are in the Chan team in South Africa. What do you make of this development?
Well, I believe them joining the local national team is profitable for Kotoko because they are keeping themselves fit as they play competition and they are in camp. It's good for them and for the club. So we are coach is trying to also bring up those who are here to a standard whereby when they come and meet, the chemistry will work.
Finally, some of the clubs are not happy with the way the sponsorship money is reaching their clubs. What is Kotoko's take on the issue? Are you also thinking of boycotting the league?
Well, boycotting the league is a strong word. I don't know how people should boycott a league at the middle of the season. If anything, I believe if we have a point here, it should have been the beginning of the season, isn't it? So for me, it's neither here or there.
We've signed on 6.
You heard from Opokunti, who's acting CEO of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and for him, he doesn't really buy the idea of boycotting the Ghana Premier League, and clubs are really struggling lately, especially considering that there is no sponsor for the Ghana Premier League currently. But there is a bit of respite coming because there is some good news in terms of sponsorship. Okay, let's do a few messages that are coming on my Facebook wall, on social media. Now, Yaya Toure deserved it a lot. I think Olele should be added to the Black Stars team that will play in Brazil. Dominic Ajay says Didier Drogba deserved it, not Yaya Toure. Shimsi Hamaksi says, my condolence to Wakaso. I think despite John Mikel Obi winning the Africa Cup of Nations. Okay, let's take this one again. I think despite John Mikel Obi winning the African Cup of Nations, Yaya Toure deserves the award because he has been consistent and he is in incredible form. Redeemer Elik Plim Sevo says, I can tell you with all my heart, my soul, that both CAF workers and the president don't know their work. No matter what English-speaking countries will do, it will always be up to the Francophone African nations. Mikel is the winner no matter what. Okay, this is what Redeemer Elik Plim Sevo sent. Bismarck Arthur says, me and my brothers Gaza cannot wait for that match. I hope Bankun will be arrested after the match because he will kill Powers totally after the King of Records. Okay, Messi back with 2 goals. Whoa. Okay, these are messages that are coming on social media. Let's now go to an interview, a recent interview we had with Accra Hearts of Oak CEO Neil Armstrong Motogbe.
Second round, and we commence training on Monday, the 6th of January. So our focus is very much on getting the logistics that are necessary in place to ensure that when it is that we start training, we begin to put together a very winsome team that should challenge still for honors in the league come the second round.
What would you make of the 6 new signings that you've brought to the club? How good are they?
I think that they are quite good. For this period in the season, one would wonder the level of quality that you get, but I'm confident in the quality that we've gotten, and I have every belief that, like I said, come the second round, we'll be very, very competitive in the league.
You got a new manager midstream. What would you make of his performance so far?
Well, he's played 4 games. It's difficult to make an assessment based upon 4 matches. We need to give him some more time to settle in properly, work with the boys over the next 5-6 weeks, and hopefully his impact will be seen when we start the second round.
Is he getting that level of support as we speak?
Absolutely, absolutely. He's getting all the support he needs, and I'm confident that Mohamed Polo, together with his assistants, will make a very, very credible showing in the second round.
There have been reports of the manager not getting on well with some of these players. How true are they?
Well, nothing has come to the attention of management. And that's as far as it goes. If it is that anything comes up, just like every human institution, there will be differences. So it's for us to manage those differences and ensure that we have a cohesive unit going forward. When we finish the first round of the league, we got together in a dinner. The board chairman's residence, board members were present, management was present, playing body technical team. We were all there together. We were in very good spirit. Had a very, very lovely time. Went for Christmas. We are coming back to work from Monday. And we believe that what we saw on 2 days to Christmas Day should be symptomatic or indicative of the kind of unity of purpose and spirit that we expect in the second round.
Have the targets changed going into week number 16?
Targets don't change. I mean, we are restoring Phobia and Glory. We said that it's a 3-year project. We still believe that we have the opportunity to win the league title. 7 points is not a difference that is not something that we can overhaul. We will just remain focused on our games, do our best to win our games, and see what happens on the other side.
Well, so at Phobia, they say restoring Phobian glory is the order of the day, and that's exactly what everybody's looking forward to. Let's now go to the Ghana Premier League. I told you that there was a bit of respite now. There are talks with telecommunication giants Vodafone to sponsor the Ghana Premier League. Remember that Vodafone will be making a return if everything is sealed, because I do remember that Vodafone, when it used to be known as One Touch, also sponsored the Ghana Premier League previously. So this surely is coming as some respite for clubs who are really, really suffering this season because it started off without a sponsor. So the deal is set to be worth $5 million, and they are ready to sponsor the domestic top flight. Okay, so remember that the Ghana Premier League previously had the sponsorship relationship with Glow, who failed to pay the sponsorship money to the FA for 2 consecutive seasons, and this has resulted in all of these problems. Let's now throw focus on the Black Princesses, and the Black Princesses are on their way to they hope for qualifying for yet another World Cup, a 3rd successive World Cup, World Cup tournament. Now, they will reach a decisive moment with the final round of qualifiers happening this weekend as the Black Princesses play Equatorial Guinea in Malabo for a place at the finals of Canada 2014. Okay, so let's see how all of that goes for the Black Prince. Let's go to the camp of the Elephants of Côte d'Ivoire, and they will be based in Sao Paulo during the June-July World Cup in Brazil. And this is according to their coach, Sabri Lamouchi. Now, the top-ranked African side will play at the Oscar Inn Echo Resort. They will stay there, actually. And Lamouchi also said they are likely to start the World Cup build-up in Portugal and will play 2 friendlies before traveling to Brazil. Ivory Coast are in Group C alongside Japan, Colombia, and Greece. From there, we go to the camp of a team that did not qualify but won the last 2 editions of the Africa Cup of Nations. Yes, I'm talking about Zambia, and the pair of Nathan Sinkala and Stofila Sunzu have completed their moves to French club Sochaux from DR Congo's TP Mazembe. It means they'll be playing alongside Jordan Ayew. The duo are reunited with their former Zambia coach Hervé Renard at Sochaux, and the centre-back Sunzu, 24, has agreed a 3.5-year contract, while 22-year-old midfielder Sinkala is on a 6-month loan deal with an option to buy. Now, the two players were part of the winning team of the last two editions of the Africa Cup of Nations in Equatorial Guinea and Gabon. Let's also focus now on the English Premier League. City play Chelsea, and Cardiff City play West Ham, who were humiliated by Manchester City. Norwich City go to Everton. Fulham play Sunderland. West Brom go to Southampton. Tottenham play Crystal Palace. That's a game on Joy Sports on Multi TV. Swansea City go to Old Trafford to play Manchester United. Newcastle United play Manchester City. Liverpool play Stoke, and Aston Villa play Arsenal at the Villa Park. Okay, so let's also take a look at some of the matches played in the last match day up till now from the Spanish La Liga. Now let's take a look at the fixtures. Granada play Valladolid, Almeria play Athletic Bilbao, Celta Vigo play Valencia, Barcelona go away to Atletico Madrid. That surely is going to be a very, very big game. Elche play Sevilla, Rayo Vallecano play Getafe, Real Betis play Osasuna, Real Madrid go to Espanyol, and Levante play Malaga, while Villarreal play Real Sociedad. Okay, let's also take a look at the Italian Serie A, where we should expect the games between Livorno and Parma, Bologna, Lazio, Torino play Fiorentina, AS Roma play Genoa, while Catania go away to Atalanta, Cagliari play Juventus, and of course Hellas Verona play Napoli, and Sassuolo play AC Milan, and Sampdoria face Udinese. Inter Milan play Chievo Verona. Okay, so there we are. French Liga, they play Montpellier. Montpellier play AS Monaco, Paris Saint-Germain. They play AC Ajaccio, and Bordeaux play Toulouse, while Saint-Etienne play Guingamp. Lyon play Sochaux. Nice play Stade de Rennes, and Valenciennes play Bastia, while Lorient play Nantes. Evian Tonon Gaillard play Marseille, and Stade de Rennes play Lille. So there are many, many messages coming in. Let's come here on the local scene where ex-national tennis number one, table tennis number one star Eric Amwa has presented items, table tennis items and others to the Accra Psychiatric Hospital. He wants to encourage all the patients at the psychiatric hospital to get interested in playing table tennis.
You know, I'm blessed, and when you are blessed, you have to bless others. You know, this place, they really need this sort of stuff. What I mean by they need this sort of stuff, because, you know, when you're in rehabilitation, you need to do some exercise as well. That will refresh your memory and, you know, get your physical condition into a good shape. So I think, you know, bringing them table tennis equipment, tables, balls, about 60 balls, you know, can enable them to, you know, revive their memories. As you all know, we've been to school in this country. Every kid, you play table tennis and all that. And, you know, two guys, two of their patients came and demonstrated table tennis. And it was unbelievable how they were playing table tennis for these media guys to see. And they were even asking me if they can play to the standard that I played to. And I said, oh, it's only God who can tell. You know what I mean? I mean, it's unbelievable. I'm blessed. And when you are blessed, you have to bless others. It's just simple as that. What I'm doing, I'm not doing it for anything. I'm doing it to glorify the name of God.
Beyond this donation, someone would say, we all do know what happens here. How do you think that this can affect the lives of our unfortunate brothers and sisters who find themselves here?
Well, I tell you what, this will really, really help them. The reason why I'm saying that, I've been in the British Army. I've served for quite 7 years in the British Army. When we go to Afghanistan, we come back with a lot of injuries and a lot of, you know, broken backs, and a lot of, you know, people lose their minds and all that. I've been to, you know, psychiatric hospital in England, and I tell you what, to visit my colleagues in that sort of, you know, environment, these are the things that the nurses use to, you know, revive their memories and all that. And it's fun. You know what I mean? It's fun because when we go to Afghan, a lot of stuff happen that I can tell you. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I have to be honest with you. This the table tennis is their number one major, sports equipment that they use to refresh their memory, because when you're playing table tennis, you use your sight, you use your arm, you use your bodies, you use your legs, you use all part of your body. So sometimes you record things, like you recollect things in your memories and refresh your memories. So I believe, by giving them this table tennis stuff, it's going to help them. The full stuff that I give them, that is something that a lot of people do. But, to blend it with this sort of equipment, even if people watching outside that they wish they could come to this place to seek help, they'll think, oh, if I go there, I can even play table tennis. You know what I mean? And, these are some of the things that people need to do to enable others who are seeking the help of them, these nurses and doctors, to enable them to come back to their normal, self.
Away from this donation, you have been a former champion before. You've had the opportunity to compete at various games. What do you currently make of the sport? It's very much on the downward side at the moment.
Oh, it's good that you just said it yourself. The sport discipline in this country has kept down low. But, sometimes it depends. People are not put into the right position to under the right sporting discipline. And these are the things that really, damage our sporting discipline in this country. Because anybody, that got some sort of high profile, personality just be put into the position that maybe have no clue about it. And if you put people that are in that position, obviously the game gonna go down. And that's what is happening in all the disciplines. I'm not gonna take anyone out of it, because none of the disciplines are doing well except Black Stars. So if you talk about football, you don't talk about football in this country. I don't talk about football in this country. I talk about Black Stars. And that's what everybody talk about. The league is poor, so you can't talk about football.
We are. Congratulations to Eric Amwa showing some love to the patients at the psychiatric hospital there. Let's now take a few moments of the Queen's Baton Relay, which you all obviously missed. Let's take a look.
Great pleasure for me to welcome you all to Flagstaff House and the beginning of the Ghana section of the Queen's Baton Relay. This relay is an integral part of the Commonwealth Games program and will visit each of the 70 countries and territories of the Commonwealth. The relay allows even small and marginal communities to participate in a major international festival. The journey of 288 days provides thousands of people in the Commonwealth with the opportunity to experience the spirit of friendship to which the Commonwealth Games is known. I'm told that the relay has already visited 22 countries, including India, hosts of last edition of the Games, to continue to Nigeria from here when it leaves Ghana in 2 days' time. The Queen's Baton Relay is an important tourism opportunity. We are therefore delighted that the relay is visiting Ghana, as it presents Ghanaians with an opportunity to showcase our people, our heritage, and our culture to the rest of the Commonwealth. Please join me in giving the Queen's Baton Relay and all our performers this morning a very Ghanaian akwaba, and to look ahead to July and the hosting of the 2014 Commonwealth Games by Glasgow.
We are delighted that once again the United Kingdom will be hosting an event of special sporting significance this year. Following hot on the heels of the very successful summer 2012 Olympic Games and Paralympics in London, this coming July and August will see Glasgow in Scotland host the Commonwealth Games, and the Games will take place from July the 23rd to the 3rd of August this year. Once again, we will see some of the world's finest athletes and sports people competing in the United Kingdom, and I'm thrilled that Ghana, a prominent member of the Commonwealth family with a very proud sporting history, will be there too. Now, a prelude to the Games is this Queen's Baton Relay, a much-loved tradition which symbolises the coming together of all Commonwealth nations in preparation for this 4-yearly festival of sport and culture. The vision is to stage a Queen's Baton relay which will engage, enthrall and create an innovative platform for promoting the Games in Glasgow and across the Commonwealth. And so I'm particularly delighted this morning that, having already travelled to Commonwealth nations in other parts of the globe, the Queen's Baton recently arrived in Africa and is currently right here with us in Accra, where many people from all walks of life will have a chance of carrying it over this weekend in Accra and in Ho, and I'm honoured that I will be one of those people carrying the baton later today.
The Queen's Baton Relay offers an unparalleled opportunity to showcase each nation and territory in the Commonwealth family. We are proud to take our turn to show the world the richness of our culture in Ghana. The baton, which contains Her Majesty's message to the athletes and people of the Commonwealth, is on its way and should arrive here in a couple of minutes. The Glasgow 2014 Organizing Committee, that's the Games organizer, wishes to thank Emirates Airlines and UNICEF for the depth of their involvement in today's event. We would like to further recognize the tremendous support of Magdan Shipping Company, Gol Company Limited, Gol Ghana Limited that is, Barclays Bank Limited, National Lottery Authority, Ghana Commercial Bank, SIC Life, Indomie, and Techno Ghana Limited, as well as all the other numerous supporters of this weekend's Queen's Baton Relay celebration of the Commonwealth Games. I wish you all a wonderful and safe Queen's Baton Relay weekend. God bless the Commonwealth, and God bless this great nation of ours. Thank you.
All right, so there we are. Let's get into some boxing business now. There's been a lot of tough talking in the system, and Aite Powers, who's a contender, says that he wants to challenge Bukum Banku, Brima Kamoko, he's known, and he's undefeated, Ghana's most exciting boxer, undoubtedly. All right, so Aite Powers is now in Ghana, and he's been speaking to Joy Sports about wanting to get the fight back on. He says that now he is in Ghana. He's not demanding any airfares or anything. He wants the fight.
The thing is, for all things, I'll give thanks to Almighty God. The thing is, I don't have problem about fighting Buku Banku. It's up to the promoters. From the beginning, I'm waiting for the contract. I'm in Ghana, I'm waiting for the contract. They don't bring it before I left to Australia. And I'm in Australia before I can hear that. They said, I have to come and fight Buku Banku. I have to come and fight. And they didn't tell me nothing. I don't know, they don't call me and tell Powers, you want to come and fight Buku Banku, so this is your pest or what and what. But it's one of my good friend called me and he said that, Powers, I saw posters and almost last time I talked to you, but you don't tell me you are fighting Buku Banku. I said, what you are telling me, I don't know nothing about it. You understand me? Yeah, and these people called me and they said they want me to come and fight Buku Banku. And I told them, if you want me to come and fight Buku Banku, I don't have problem about that. So if you can buy me the ticket in and out, I'll come and fight. Then I return back. They said, no, I have to come and fight. And I said, what? Whereby I know that I'm in Australia, I'm here because of fight. And you people said I have to come and fight. So if it's like that, you should buy me the ticket. It's not that I can't buy the ticket, but it's a business. You understand me? I'm in Australia. If I'm going to fight in maybe Newcastle or Queensland, the promoter buy me ticket in and out. So once I'm in Australia, you people should buy me the ticket. They don't want to understand. They said, Powers don't have money to buy ticket and this. And I'm in Australia, I want to work. And I know I will come back December.
All right, so catch an interview with Aite Powers on the Joy Sports link tomorrow from 12:10 p.m. It surely is going to be very, very exciting. Remaining on the subject of boxing, in the camp of Bukum Banku, well, his promoters have rubbished all reports claiming that he has abrogated his contract with them. Actually, Bukum Banku, I beg your pardon, has a contract that is running with Golden Mike Promotions. It was renewed in November last year and is a 3-year contract. So Bukum Banku is still has the property. He's still the property of Golden Mike Promotions in terms of, management and promotion. Okay, so let's get to the moment of the day now, and it's Sylvester Stallone and Robert De Niro. They are in the UK for a new sporting movie. Okay, we'll be telling you that in a bit, in a sec. But let me say thank you to all of you for joining us here on the show. George Attoh Jr. will come up later on with the show, the football show. Join the discussions as we look ahead to seeing who will win the Ballon d'Or now that we know who's the best in Africa. And, of course, there's a lot more this weekend. Remember, the game between Tottenham Hotspur and Crystal Palace is also live tomorrow. In the afternoon, you'd have to join Kwame Juwajiman and our analyst here in the studio. So thanks to the whole production team. We'll be back on Monday. Thanks to all of you. You stay well this weekend. And let me say happy birthday to my man, Nana Kweku Indom. He's the first son of Dr. Pakwesi Indom, former presidential candidate of the PPP. And also we say congratulations once again to the man, Tony Bebley. He's been blessed with a beautiful baby girl.